back with the author of Countdown Bin Laden, host of Fox News Sunday, Chris Wallace. I'm wondering whether you and your fellow Sunday morning guys out there who are doing the Sunday shows, talking about the week, if you ever feel like you shouldn't have on people who have the irrational belief that the last election was stolen. The people who are cynically promulgating, and I know you've held these guys' feet to the fire. I don't want to suggest that you haven't pushed back. You have, quite famously. But have you ever seen anything so cynical in Washington, D.C. than this knowledgeable, people saying things they know aren't true, that they know has to have lasting damage on our democracy, coming on TV and saying these things with a straight face?
I have never seen this. I've seen a lot of, I've been in Washington 40 years, so I've seen a lot of bad stuff, but nothing like this where, and you know, someone was saying to me, well, are they delusional? No, well, maybe some of them are, but I think it's worse. I think more of them have cynically decided because of the Trump base, because they don't want to get crosswise with the former president, they're going to say something they know is not true. Now, I don't believe that you just sit there and say, I'm not going to have them on. But if I'm going to have them on, I'm going to hold them to account over and over about, you know, what about this election? What about, you know, I've said this to many of them, is Joe Biden the duly elected president of the United States? And they'll say, well, he's the president. I say, no. Was he elected fair and square? So we go back on this, and I don't let it pass. I think.
Is that part of the vetting process? Like, hey, you should just know that if you bring up any of that garbage, Chris is going to call you out for your
We don't prepare it. I think they know me. they know I'm going to be like that. I mean, January 6th was one of the worst days. I covered Congress for several years when I first came to Washington in 1978. And as I'm sitting there live watching it on television and seeing this mob coming to the cathedral of our democracy and sitting in the chair that the president of the Senate sits in and, you know, running around the rotunda, I was sickened.
Because our democracy itself, I was too. And the thing I was reminded of in that moment is that our democracy itself is actually more important than any individual life. And that's why men like this risk their lives in order to protect our country, because they see something more important than ourselves, and that is that our collective ability to make our decisions with each other in a rational and peaceful way, which I think disqualifies anybody from being in the public sphere if they're not willing to stand up for that truth. And the legitimacy that's given to people by coming on any of the Sunday shows who are willing to promulgate that lie is actually of some value to them. Does it worry that you give legitimacy to people who have abdicated all public responsibility?
Well, there are plenty of people who, you know, were the leaders in the Congress of challenging it that I just have not had on the show ever since then, and have purposely not had the show because I don't, frankly, want to hear their crap. But having said that, there are some leaders that, you know, that you have to ask them questions. There are people in leadership in the Senate, but I won't let them come on without putting them through the ringer.
Well, Countdown to Bin Laden is available now. The man is Chris Wallace. Thank you, Chris. We'll be right back with actress Holland Taylor.